Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. So here we are today once more to finish off turn 39 actually. Now I do hope you guys are doing well, just hope everything is set up and live. Yeah, it's looking good on my side here, that's fantastic. Okay, what I'm going to do first of all then is, let's go ahead and take a look at our save here then. So I'm looking for 199 then, okay? What I'm going to do here then is actually load this up in the tracker. I want to get an idea of how the economy is looking actually. So 199, somewhere around here. There we go. Okay. Go ahead, put that into the actual tracker. Get rid of the one over here actually. I think it probably still is set to 199 anyway. Yeah, it's already set to 199. That's awesome, man. Hello there, Keith. How you doing there, my friend? Welcome to the stream. It's good to see you, my dude. There we go. I think I'm going to try and edit the actual chat box here. I'm just going to try and make it last a little bit longer. Let's see, how long do I affect that? There we go. Okay, so I've set that to always show. There we go. I do hope you're doing well there. Okay, so what I'm going to quickly do here then is... Now, it should actually load the new turn anyhow, so then we'll get this tracker up and going. I do want to see the actual economic data, really. I really do want to see what's going on with the industry. I want to see where we potentially save some heavy industry if we're able to do so. So there, Talon, how you doing there, my friend? Good to see you. How's the audio, by the way? Am I coming through loud enough? Okay, there we go. So we'll go ahead and open this up. Yeah, war industry indeed. So there, Cole, how you doing there, my friend? Okay, turn 40, my god. You know, it still strikes me to think that, that we're going to be doing this for a long time. There are so many, many more turns to come. Okay, so I'm going to have this advent of the current turn here then. Now, we were quite lucky in the fact that we did hit the Oklahoma. Now, obviously, this is indicating that she was sunk. This is obviously wrong. I would be incredibly surprised if she was, taken down by one torpedo. It would have to be a very lucky one. It did look as if it... I mean, I did watch the replay again, and it did definitely cause some damage to the engines. So she's not going to be in a particularly great position at the moment. She's going to be quite slowed. And so obviously she's going to be heading back to Pearl Harbor. I'm not going to chase her, to be honest. It's not really worthwhile. I mean, the real prize of last turn was the Saland over here. She was the real prize. Okay. Plenty of units moving around here. Interesting to see that the Ryujo, Zuiho, and Zuho 2 squadrons have resized. I need to go ahead and check them out there. We might be able to push some additional aircraft in. Okay, so we're still complaining about the insufficient resources in Osaka and Tokyo. Okay, also Port Arthur. So that is diminishing the amount of heavy industry being produced here at the moment. If I take a look at the actual chart, yeah, so we are losing heavy industry points here at the moment. I do need to get the resources into those cities. I do have a pretty large stockpile built up, but then again, I should not be losing heavy industry really ever. But this is going to be a temporary issue, and one that is going to be resolved within the next few turns, actually. So let's take a look there. Yeah, it's a bit of a noof, but it's not too bad. It will recover. It will recover. Let's take a look then. So I'm going to take a look at regional, let's see, Japan resource history. Yeah, okay. So the amount of resources actually within Japan is increasing. Hey, where was our high? I tell you what, we've never actually passed 5 million tons, have we? We began with 5 million tons. When did we next come close to 5 million tons? That was 4.8. Okay, so 4.8 was probably the closest we ever came there to actually having... Actually, now I've got 4.824 there. A turn is at 16. Okay, so that was our good period over here. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Had an influx of oil there. Fuel increase in... obviously, we are converting the oil stockpile. Supply has gone down to a degree. Okay, obviously, because, more than likely loading some units of something of that nature. Okay. But yeah, the resource situation is turning around. So we... Whoa. Why the heck? Okay, wow, I didn't realize the game was looking like this. Jesus. That's strange. Okay. Interesting. Let me just see here then. 2 seconds, guys. Right, there we go. But that's kind of cool, actually. Huh. I might have to use that feature more often, actually. But that's kind of cool. I'll have to bear that in mind. At least you guys can actually see that, man. I mean, Jesus Christ, yeah, that was really up close. I thought, Jesus, have I got everything zoomed in? Okay. I mean, what I need to do here, then, actually, let's go back to the industry again. So, if I can go to, yeah, so, regional factories, etc. So, Manchukuo. So, obviously, Manchuria. The amount of resources is increasing. I think I'm going to have to take a look at where these resources are going to a degree. I may have to wait for the amount in Port Arthur to build itself back up again to a degree. And can you show the engines? Yep, absolutely I will do. So aircraft production then. We'll take a look at the actual airframes first of all. Okay, so we are up to 3 Oscars a day here. 2.30 per day. I mean, this is very good. That production has really accelerated quite nicely. So we will have a big influx of Ki-43-1Cs in the near future, actually. A lot of the squadrons will be running them shortly. Gifu, yeah, see, the issue is Gifu, it continues to be a difficult one to get the supply there too. It will take time. The issue as well is I'm having to really rectify the issues with the Japanese home island supply situation from really when I began the campaign, so it's going to take some time for that to balance out to a degree. Things will settle down after the expansion period does come to an end, or does come close to an end. Okay, C, for example, the B5N2K, E13A1, Jake production, well, expansion. I can't recall if we did expand them. I think we did, but that has come to an end anyhow. There's still some expansion of the D3A1 valves going ahead here. Another 44 factories to be constructed. That will come to an end in the near future, though. Not too many turns away. Okay, some expansion over here of the Dinas. Obviously, I need those really, really badly. L3Y2 Tinas really need those as well. Okay. There's still some G4M1 Betty production facilities to go. Oh, yeah. But yeah, most of this is going to the Oscars. So obviously then in Japan, some Mabashi, Nagoya, and Harbin. The zeros in Mabashi. Nagoya. Gifu, yeah, okay. It might be that I potentially, yeah, I think what I might do here then is actually halt the, repair process of the L3Y2 Tinas over here in, Gifu. I mean, each point of repair is 1,000 tons of supply, so I think I'll do that. I can actually allow it to build up. That'll be quite good. Yeah, Nagoya as well has a lot being built there. Yeah, Nagoya, Gifu over here as well then. Okay. I think what we'll do then for the time being is actually look to just halt that production for the time being. Yeah, just allow it to build up. Let's move this screen out of the way. Yep, allow it to build up. And once I have the supplies there, then we'll be good to go. There we go. Okay. Take a look at the engines. Yeah, Tokyo. Mabashi over here as well. Yeah, Gifu. See, Gifu has a lot of facilities that are really very hungry for supply. Yeah, Gifu here as well. And Gifu. Yeah, this is, that appears to be really the issue here. Okay. Let's take a quick look at the map then, shall we? Yeah, we'll have to look at the situation over in Gifu. Oh my god, we got Tito! How you doing there, Tito? My god, it's good to see you again. Oh man, I've missed you, my dude. I do hope you're doing well. I understand you had a new job, didn't you? Have you got a different one since then? Okay, search action, yep. I'm gonna go to 75% there. Do I go to some, yeah, we'll go with 75% then. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the situation down here by Australia then. Awesome, dude. I do hope it is significantly better than the last one. I know the last one was taking up all your time. Right, so of course, Kiributai is over here. We did discover the American, cruiser force. I almost said carrier force, but they're around here somewhere. Just to the north, really, of Brisbane and this general area. Okay. So what I'm thinking here, then, is I'm just going to bring up the drawing tool, actually. You know, I'm going to have to invest in actually getting the drawing tool upgraded so I can actually get more options. And more colours as well. My god, more colours would be great. Yeah, what I'm thinking here, then, we do have the Oilers somewhere in the middle here. What I'm thinking is they make a beeline towards Lafoa. And I'm thinking perhaps having the Kiributai move in that same sort of direction. Really as far opposite to the cruiser force as possible, really. And the downside is we lose the strike on Sydney here for the moment. But we can always come back. In a minute or two, what's the strategic situation now? Because I am weeks behind. It's actually been improving. It has been improving. It has definitely been growing, really. We did actually torpedo the battleship Oklahoma last turn, actually. So that'll be a rather interesting shock for you. Can you restart the KI-21 production to replace your heavy losses? You have 18 engines in the pool, there's enough for 9 KI-21s, and you produce... yeah, okay. Okay, we'll go back to that one and address that, actually. It's a good point there made. So 2 seconds, we'll go back to the engine production. Okay, in terms of airframes. So for the Sallys here. Oh, that's the MC-21 Sally. I'm looking for the kite. There we go. Okay, now that makes more sense. Okay, so it looks as though I need 76. Now, of course, the KI-21 users. Let's take a look. Frame statistics. Does it actually tell me what engine they use? Oh, of course, it's right bloody there in front of me. Okay. So it uses the HA-32. Yeah, you are right. Okay, so I do have 16 of them in the pool at the moment. What else uses the 32 then? So it's either the KI-21 Sally, the G4M1. I don't think I have any other aircraft in production that uses a 32 then. Okay. Let's see. As far as it goes for the G4M1s, we don't need as many of those. Oh, is it in the way? Oh, sorry about that. I'll just change that option around here. I'm still getting used to how best to set this up, really. I'll just alter that in just a moment here. There we go. Yeah, I'm still getting used to using the Twitch labs, well, OBS, Steam labs, whatever you want to call it, Stream labs. Just trying to figure out the best options. So stuff like this is very helpful. Yeah, things have changed a little bit. Well, I've actually learned quite a bit more. Enough to make things work, though. Still a lot to learn, but we are getting there, slowly but surely. Okay, so we'll learn into the actual turn here. Hello there, Sean Mac, and actually I'm glad you're here, Sean. To answer your question, I did see your comment, actually. Sorry I didn't respond to that. Sometimes I do read the comments and forget to respond, to be honest. But yes, you are right in obviously saying that invading the Dutch East Indies does need to be speeded up. Now, that is going to be coming to an end soon. Now, we did land the Yokosuka 3rd SLF, what was it, about 3-4 days ago, so that obviously did score as Malacca, scored as Kuala Lumpur, well, we gained Kuala Lumpur and Malacca in the same turn. The turn after we took control of Terminal using the 3rd SLF. Now, we did have a bloody British unit blocking our men down on the railroad over here, actually. So that did delay us by about 2 days. The good news is, though, of course, I do have a 143rd Regiment here now at Malacca. They're unpacking as we speak, and they're going to begin marching south. He does have a unit over here. He's, of course, trying to block my movement south, which, fair enough, he's going to do that. I don't mind. I really don't mind. Any units that we destroy over here will be a boon. Now, of course, we still have the battling bastards of Mersing. They've currently been bombarding the enemy here. The reason why they're bombarding... I mean, that's not even a bad size force either, 180. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Yeah, not bad at all. And will you strike on Sydney while leaving the area? I've considered that, actually. I have considered that. I think I might use the B5N2 Kate, perhaps. We might do that. I think we'll take a look at it. It depends really on the range, but it could be very well done, perhaps. Maybe with a small strike package. It's one of those, really. Do I use the... I mean, I could even just use the B5N2 Kates against the city itself and just have some Zeros actually escort them. That's not a terribly bad idea at all. It does obviously mean that some of our striking power is mixed, but it might be doable. I think you should increase the combat patrol of Bangkok. Yep, see, that's the issue with the Ki-27s. I might have the Ki-43-1As actually transferred over to the airfields of Bangkok, actually. Yeah, that's true. Now, we'll take a look at the situation by Australia in a short moment, actually. I'm wondering when I should begin moving these forces here. I'm going to keep them bombarding. I am considering perhaps that we take our forces over here. Obviously, we do have the Ki-21s, that sort of thing, etc., etc. Now, we've seen that, obviously, the sweeps over here at Johor Bahru haven't produced any results due to that he's not flying the combat air patrol. He's since moved his bombers, which is rather intriguing. As of the moment in time, I don't know where they are. I'm going to say they're more than likely even in Singapore itself, though that one's incorrect. They might be over here at Singapore. That is a decent-sized airfield, or they might be down here at Palembang. They could be somewhere in Sumatra in general, actually. Yeah, but it's just a better airframe, really, there. Is more handy. I mean, at the moment, I'm a little bit... Well, actually, no, we should be alright here, actually. We do have 2 squadrons of Ki-27Bs. They're not coming against particularly tough odds, it's just really... Yeah, the airframe itself isn't exactly cracking. But it should be more than enough, really. I think I'm just going to stick with these guys over here. I can increase the actual combat air patrol to ludicrous degrees just to make sure that we actually do inflict damage upon them. The rest of the squadron is going to be ready tomorrow. Obviously, they did only just arrive. And let's take a look at the actual facilities in Bangkok itself then. So to do that, I'm going to have to go back over here to the industry, which I might as well stay over here for the time being then. So let's see, I think it was the refinery that was damaged. I just saw Bangkok there, actually. Okay, it is set to repair anyhow, so that's fine then. Yeah, exactly. Oh dear. I mean, this is it. Could you imagine had the Japanese actually declared war on the Soviet Union? I can imagine it would have been very, I don't know, it would have been rough for the Japanese. I don't think they would have done particularly very well. But I think it would have been a case of where the Soviets would have had to keep their forces over in Siberia, really. Obviously, all over in the Far East. Use all 71 turns to scare them off. Yeah, potentially so. I think we can afford to go for that. What are we looking at in terms of aviation support then? Yep, so that's the limiting factor here is obviously the aviation support. Now, I can actually take a look at actually freeing up some of the aviation support from over here in Malaya. I have moved a vast amount down here to Malacca in preparation for moving Zeros here. That is what I'm going to be considering in this in this turn now, actually. So at the moment, we do have 117. I was also considering actually moving up our bombers once we do enlarge the airfield to a degree. But yeah. I could potentially have the fighters move down here then, which would obviously be very, very handy for them. It'd be very handy for the bombers, of course, as obviously their escort is close by. I do need to move the actual air flotilla headquarters. So that's something to bear in mind. It might be for the time being we just keep on using the Zeros over here at Kota Bharu, and then potentially have the army-based aircraft move down here to Malacca. Obviously the army-based aircraft do have that shorter range, but it could be very well done. Okay. But first of all, let's go ahead and assess... Yeah, we'll take a look at these guys over here. Solve this out first. Okay, so... He was flying at about 5,000 feet last turn. I still think 9,000 feet is absolutely fine. I could potentially reduce it further, but I think 9,000 feet is okay. Did we actually see them dive on the enemy? How much, Oh, aviation support. Not terribly large amounts. I mean, in Phnom Penh, however the hell you pronounce it, Venue's more. The only issue with this base over here is just the fact of trying to get the men out. Yeah, I mean, it would be fantastic to have these guys moved. We could do that with potentially what's here. I do have one troop transport. She could actually do very well in this. Yeah, actually, quite happy you prompted me on that one. There's no escort, but I don't think he has submarines in this area at this moment. We'll have them loaded up. I can always find a escort from over here in Malaya or over at Saigon, to be honest. Oh dear. Okay, these are large units, but I could do with actually moving this air headquarters up, to be honest. So what we're going to do here then is move the third air headquarters. I could have them move to Bangkok, which obviously would give me a much better coverage of this area here. Right, so they wouldn't entirely fit on here, but we can obviously have them sent over in 2 loads. Okay, how about troops? These are heavier on troops, but I mean having that third air headquarters is obviously very handy. Yeah, so we'll have the third air headquarters moved over. I'll have them just turn on the loading of the troops there. Don't need any supplies yet. Bangkok does have... Actually, though, saying that, how much supply is here? 9,000 tons here. Okay, what I'm going to do then is we'll adjust that. Okay. Load up some supply as well then while you're here. Okay, so they're going to go for 100% effort over here. Yeah, I mean, what we could do here then, as of the moment, I do have the G3M2s over here. They're obviously running naval... Yeah, naval attack over the Andaman Sea. If I have them shifted up over here to Bangkok, I do have a much closer area. I can make a lot more of that range. I could harass him by Rangoon. We have seen ships around Rangoon. But most importantly, I could have Port Blair rendered ineffective, as I would like to secure Port Blair in the future. If anything other than just having an actual float plane base. Okay, now going back to the actual industry. Now, let's look at air then. I'm going to be looking for Gifu here. Okay. So I'm going to turn off the repair of the K-21-2A Sally production, well, the airframe production over here in Gifu. I'm going to turn off the LW... Well, to be honest, the L3Y2 Tina is quite important actually, but... I could do with that. Okay. Okay, I'm actually going to turn off the repair for the time being then. I could turn the production back on of the K-21-2As, which we are going to do then. So yeah, we'll begin producing the K-21-2As for the time being then. Okay, what I want to look at is Gifu itself then. So what I could potentially do here then is slow the production of engines. I mean, this is the issue here, is the amount of supply. I'm going to turn off the repair situation at Gifu here for the time being. The reason being, that is a lot of supply that I'm going to be saving here. Yeah, we're going to restart the production of the K-21s. I'm going to halt the expansion of industrial facilities at Gifu for the time being. And the reason being, I want that supply. I need the 10,000 tons of supply in Gifu. We've been struggling with that one. We tried to mess about with the actual priorities, but I think this is the brute force of... Yeah, we need to do it the brute force way. I think we might do it for the other centres as well, where we are lacking to a degree. No, there's no production here. No expansion, I should say. I am expanding the kind for the 3-1Cs over here, quite aggressively. That one's a little bit more interesting, really. I mean, Nakajima... Ha... 34... Was it the Ha 34? Yeah, the Ha 34. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at that. And obviously R&D has to be taken into consideration here. Yeah, I'm going to need those for the Tojo. Yeah, you're right there, Tito. And this is it. This is something that I've been having to address, really, is the lack of supplies. I mean, honestly, when I did initially start the series, I had very little idea about industry, industrial management. So we've been trying to correct that situation. Now, I could turn off some factors here. I could slow the production of the, yeah, okay. I'm still producing 13 of them a month, actually, so that's not bad. I think a couple days we could afford to reduce the production of. Yeah, yeah, okay. So I'm going to stop the repairs over here, well, the expansion of facilities over here for the time being. We will be able to restart that shortly, really. A couple days, all I need is 10,000 tons, and then if I can keep it at 10,000 tons, I'm going to be happy. Now, over here in Nagoya is the same sort of situation. We have stopped producing some aspects, obviously, to conserve on engines. I'll turn that back on for the time being. But again, over here, we are going to turn off the, the repair for the time being. And this of the Dinas really does hurt me, so I'm going to keep that on. I need them. What engine is it that the H6K4 uses? Ah, no wonder you're not showing us building. Okay. Available then. So you use the HA33. Yeah, that needs to build back up. I've only got 2 of those. So I'm going to leave the H6K4 off for the time being. I do still have some of those in the pool here, so that's fine. Okay. I absolutely need Vidinas. I really am hemorrhaging on reconnaissance craft. Well, the 32 production is still going to carry on. It's just not going to expand for the time being. So it's still going to be producing 74 engines a month. It's just it's not going to be expanding by the other 126 facilities for the time being. Same for the 33, still going to be producing the 79 engines. It's just until we can actually rectify the situation. Same again over here as well. Anything below 10k, I've got to be quite aggressive with it now. We'll see how effective this approach is, but this should be effective enough to actually bring about, well, reverse the changes, reverse the issues we have, really. Yeah, exactly. Okay. I did turn on the other K21 production facility, so we should have what... I think we have something in the region of about 3 K21 to a Sally facility, so maybe another 3 tomorrow then. We have been quite cautious with our Sallies for a while now. Okay. So the 56th Division is ready and loaded at Truck. They will be hitting Rabaul in the next few days, actually. So let's take a look then. So the Emperor's Han's Division over here then. Yep, they're heading for Rabaul. I'm going to have them head on a direct route as they are. And make sure they're on low threat threshold here. Yep, they're going to be heading directly... Okay, truck cover force over here then. They're heading south. They're going to be linking up with the light cruiser and 3 or 4 destroyers I did send south as well. Okay, so the Emperor's Hans is escorted by the Yatago, the Isuzu, Yura, then a couple of destroyers here as well. And do you have any plans for Palembang? As far as it goes for Palembang, what I'm going to be doing here then is taking... Yeah, I'm going to take care of Singapore first. The way I'm going to approach this situation is this must fall. I've been delayed here far too much already in Malaya, so Singapore has to be the priority for now. What I'm going to be doing to address the fuel and ore situation is I'm reforming the 48th Division as we speak. There's the vast majority of the elements over here at Pescadores. We have transport in place to have them moved. I do have the 2nd Formosan Infantry Regiment over here at Vigan. Sorry, at San Fernando. They're being loaded onto transports as we speak. Well, next turn they will be loaded on, as we did have a bit of a mix-up there. So they're going to be loaded onto transports from tomorrow, so maybe about 2 days they're going to be loaded back onto there. Okay, I suppose the way I'll better phrase that, really. We'll take care of these forces in Malaya, and then see what the situation is. Yeah. When does the next video for the Rule of the Waves Dual Monarchy come out? Ah, hello there, EB. How nice to see you. I'll be bringing that out in the next week, actually. Maybe tomorrow. Probably got some time tomorrow, actually. Yep. So, basically, the way I want to approach this is I'm going to be using a division to hit Balikpapan. Now, I could use the 4th Division over here. The 4th Division at Naga is basically ready in itself, so I'm going to have the 4th Division actually sent over here for Balikpapan. Now, what I potentially do is have the 4th Division, let's take a look at them. So, 4th Division over here then. Yeah, so it's going to take a few days for them to be unpacked. What I'll do then is I can actually have the 4th Division split up into 3 different units. That is basically a beefed up regiment. Are we talking about Bataan? I need to have my forces rest for the time being, and then we'll move in. How are they looking? Okay. Okay, not bad here. We might actually be at the end of the actual rest period, to be honest. Has the other element of the division arrived? I think they have finally arrived as well. Okay. Actually, to be honest, we might be fine to go march onto Bataan now, actually. I'm not going to be marching on it with a tremendous amount of power here, really. The reason being, I'm just going to be happy to besiege it. I'll bombard it and use aircraft, but I'm not going to be going ahead with any deliberate attacks. We'll actually take a quick look at the state of the men. It's funny that you actually ask. Yeah, they're more or less ready here. There are some units here with some fatigue and etc., but not too bad. Yeah, I mean, Bataan, it's going to be a siege, which is why I've got all the engineers here and the artillery. Okay, the 14th Army here. Okay, engineers are going to be left behind for the most part. Obviously, not the independent engineers. I do have some independent engineers in China and elsewhere. I don't know if I could actually spare them for Bataan. There's most of your heavy artillery. This element of the Naval Guard does need to move south to Naga, actually. There we go. Off you go to Naga. He did actually reinforce Bataan with additional supplies as far as I can see. Okay, so we are going to march on to Bataan now, actually. It's a good point that he actually did say that. Right, we'll march on there, so it's not all to follow. Yeah, it's going to be about trying to overwhelm them with artillery, to be honest. Alright, okay, so we do have 2 independent engineer regiments. That is pretty good. There we go, the 33rd Division will move as well. Ooh, 3 engineers. They're moving south. They will remain in position here. They will also remain in position. The headquarters will remain in position. There we go. Right, what I'm going to do here then, I have been having the Sally's bombard Wenchow for the time being. What I'm going to be looking towards doing is actually having a Ki-43 squadron in Luzon. Now, speaking of the Ki-43s, how many do we have available at the moment? So I have 17 here available at the moment. From what I can remember, we didn't face much in the way of resistance over here at Bataan. I'd be looking at just having them there really flying just escort missions. But then again, it could be a good use of the Ki-43 1Bs, actually. I could actually have the 1Bs flown over here to Luzon, which would be a better idea. I could leave the Ki-27 squadron there to continue training. So I think I might actually do that. Okay, the Ki-43 1Bs. There they are. There's still 22 of them. That is a good number. The thing is, obviously, I don't have any additional 1Bs in the pool, so these guys really aren't having much in the way of use to me here at the moment. So I need you shifted to Clark. And there we go. We'll shift you over there to Clark Airfield. As far as it goes for blockades in Bataan, it's one of those when obviously we can't get too close. Obviously, we are going to come under fire from those coastal guns. There are mines there, and he does have patrol boats. I mean, we can see that he has a large number of patrol boats out here, which is rather intriguing. PT boats. That looks like a minesweeper, if I think AM is correct, yep. We do have the mini Kidabutai. They could be shifted down here to potentially raid this area. But then again, it doesn't have to really be done, in all honesty. Okay, one of them was damaged on the way over. How we're looking there. 1 day is absolutely fine. There's a fair amount of fatigue on these aircraft. So what I could do here then, due to the fact that we do have overwhelming numbers, I could go with... I could go with about... I could run 50-50 to be honest. I'll run about 40. 40-60. Okay. Run them at about 15,000 feet over Bataan. There we go. Okay. What am I looking at in terms of our airfield capacity then? We were looking at the fact that we did actually score Clark with no damage in the airfield, which is actually very, well, really nice boon there. I am using the engineers here to actually build up the fortifications, the reason being we will have to fortify this trinity of bases in the future anyhow. As far as it goes for like fortifications, anywhere that's clear, it's not worth fortifying. Like fortifications of Formosa really isn't worthwhile. But when it comes to the Philippines, even though it's not necessarily the best terrain, obviously with it being clear, it's worth it to fortify it due to the fact that Manila is one of the only bases around here that the American forces could actually grab without too much difficulty that would actually have a repair shipyard. So I do need to make it as difficult as possible for the Holy Trinity of Bataan, Clark, and Manila to fall. So that is why the fortifications are being constructed here. And there's a hell of a lot of supply here. A hell of a lot of supply, obviously, for these forces to be using here. But let's take a look then. So the airfield, yeah, plenty of space. Absolutely loads of space. 94 aviation support over here. Plenty. We'll get the Ki-21 1C Sallies transferred over to Clark. I've probably gone right past it, to be honest. We'll just do it the old-fashioned way. There we go. And as far as it goes for patrolling around Bataan, really, I'm not going to be running much in the way of naval activity. I might use some aircraft, but I don't know. It's not necessarily like on my to-do list as such. It's not a priority. Like, of course, they could be dangerous if they actually get into the right area, but he's not particularly moving them at the moment. I might detach some destroyers, maybe just to keep an eye on things, but I don't know about much more than that. Yeah, he's got nothing, really. I mean, it's like, for example, he's got one patrol boat here. He's going to be running into this force next turn. Obviously, they did unload forces at Cagayan, so they are low on ammunition, but even then, still going to rip them a new arsehole. I'll just use aircraft if it becomes an issue, to be honest. But at the moment in time, it's not an issue. Okay, you'll be ready tomorrow. Well, actually, will you be ready tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow, okay. The Maya. Yeah, we'll take a look at her in just a moment. She's actually been made ready to head to Hong Kong, actually. With two of damaged destroyers. The damaged destroyers being the ones that did the fast transport runs from Kota Baru to Kuantan. Okay, we're going to move you. I do need to stand down all aircraft in China again due to the re-emergence of the H-81 aircraft. Flying Tigers. The arseholes that they are. Okay, let's take a look. I think what I'm going to do then for the first turn is actually have 100% engagement there. Yeah, 100% on the escort duties. The reason being, if we shoot down his initial fighters, then the job is pretty much done. I would split the squadron in half if I was able to do so, but I'm unfortunately unable to do so. So what we're going to do here then is have over Baton. I'm going to have them fly. I'll have them fly about 12,000 feet here. Yeah, targeted Baton. There we go. I'll have them fly about 12,000 feet as well. The caliber of aircraft that we've been coming up against here hasn't been exactly much. So I imagine 21 Ki-43-1Bs should do it, well, damn well. The propaganda minister. Who would that be, Major? Okay, so they're going to begin marching on Baton. That's good. I'm going to be shifting a division out here from Wenchow. I mean, this has been a thorny pickle here. It's due to the actual terrain and the fortifications. But Loyang will fall to our forces next turn. He has abandoned the city, so obviously the vast majority of our forces are marching back down here to Changsha. We are going to be beginning, well, we already have begun to be pushing out on Changsha. I've got these initial forces out here in the field at the moment. The 13th Division is moving on up. They were to engage this force that was here, but obviously that force has pulled back. I do have the 3rd Division on its way as well. Yeah. Indeed. Yep, I mean, what we're looking at doing here, then, this base will fall next turn as well. Yeah. And this is it. That road has been cut off. If I can cut this road off as well, then, yeah, there's really no supply entrance to this area here. Nobody does it like Reds. No, I like Reds. I do like Reds. Yeah, I mean, there's still going to be some supply moving down this road over here. Obviously, this base has been cut off. They're not receiving any supply. I mean, they will eventually starve. It's just going to take some bloody time to do so. Which is why I'm just committing to the bombardments. Just bombard the living hell out of them continuously until they eventually run out of supplies themselves, really. It's going to take a long time, but it's something that we can actually do. Easily able to do. Okay. Release of the 3rd Division over here. I could look at actually having them reinforced, but it does mean that I have both of these roadways actually covered and under my control, which is not a bad thing. I will, yeah, I've got the 2 elements there of the 104th Division alongside the artillery moving up north here to Henyang. Now, the difficulty about Henyang is, where do I cross it? Can't wait for China to fall? Yeah, indeed, indeed. And the vast majority of these divisions are going to be more than likely heading into Burma. Or elsewhere, really. We're looking to actually deliver the killing blow to China this year. Now, the important thing here, then, is I'm moving these divisions up towards Changsha and up towards Henyang. The reason being, I'm going to force him into a position where he can't redeploy his men. And the reason for that is, I'm going to be taking control of Guilin and Luchow. Well, Luchow? How the hell we pronounce it? There's 10,000 men here that we've been continuously battering. But the 38th Division there, alongside that heavy artillery, is going to do really very well. There's a lot of artillery here in the south. A lot of artillery. I'm going to look towards probably bringing them some reinforcements from the north at some point, actually. Maybe have them redeployed via naval assets down here to the south. Another division over here could do wonders. I do have the mixed regiment that has been released from taken back Hoi. They're going to be replaced by some men over here, actually. Indeed, to die in some Burman jungle. Yep. I'm going to look to cut the rail line here. And then what this is going to do is leave him... Well, let's look at this. Obviously, there's a very small road here. The rail line is going to be cut here. So he's not going to have the benefit of the rail line from this point onwards. So what I'm going to do then is look towards just conquering this area, taking control of the actual rail line. But ultimately, what I want to do here then is force him into a position where he's having to look at really being forced to redeploy men to take well, to save these cities, because what I could do here then is I could take these cities and I could keep on marching, and I intend to keep on marching up to the north and just really force him into a position where he's like, shit, I've got to pull back. If I don't pull back, he's going to keep on marching, I'm going to keep on losing cities, my men are going to be cut off. And the thing is, the Chinese do eventually come back. They obviously lose a lot of their equipment and a lot of their goodies, a lot of their experience. But the thing is, they're going to be cut off. And if they're cut off, they're fucked. Because I could just effectively leave them there to a degree. He will have to pull them back. If he doesn't pull them back, I'm going to keep on marching. I'm going to keep on marching all the way up here to Chongqing. So I'll just illustrate the plan here. So, yeah. So, plan. I don't know what we'll call this. Plan Pax Nipponatica? I don't know, Pax Nipponica? Yeah, we'll call it Plan Pax Nipponica, because that was really hard to think how to actually phrase that, so we'll just call that Plan. We'll call it Plan N for the time being. Plan Nippon. Yep, so these divisions are going to be moving down here. See, the thing is, obviously, once the vast majority of our divisions are back over here, they are going to be moving down the rails. We do have divisions over here that are already on the rails, heading down here as well. So these divisions are to be there to take control of the area as soon as there's a weakness in his forces over here. This division, it has the most important task, and really, this is why it's going to be reinforced by the mixed force over here as well. I am going to look at potentially sending another division down here. But what I want to do here then is force him into a position where he's going to have to respond. Otherwise, I'm going to keep on marching here. He does have forces over here. He has an immense amount of force over here. A small blocking force here, a large amount here, and of course a large amount over here. In this area over here, there's something like 500,000 Chinese, maybe 600,000, maybe 700,000 Chinese forces, which... Sure, they are a threat, but the thing is, not that bad. I can handle that. What I'm going to do, though, is force him into a position where he's either going to have to choose to throw these men, and he more than likely will throw these men down here. He's more than likely going to just push on here as hard as he can. And what I'm doing here with these cities is I'm fortifying them. Fortifying the ever-living hell out of them. Our forces are pretty damn good. I'm going to try and push him into a position where he's out of supply as well. Yep, so this is the idea. And ultimately, he would then be cut off from the supplies over here. I mean, if I could take this road here, he's fucked. And what units are at Canton and Hong Kong that you could actually spare? We lack in terms of units over here to the south, actually. What I will be doing is actually taking some men, more than likely, from either Formosa. I'm trying to shift around men over to Pescadores and Salmon, actually. Yeah, like I have forces over here. I mean, for instance, I could take the 48th Division, but the 48th Division is unrestricted, so it's too valuable to be sent into China. I'll look at actually taking some forces released from Manchuria to do this task, to be honest. It would make the most sense. I could have them shifted over here to Shanghai. I do have 402 AV to spare here. I was going about reforming a division around here somewhere. I think it was at Harbin. Yeah, the engineers are on their way north. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to have a division to spare soon enough. I may have a spare division around here somewhere, actually. Yeah, we got the 10th Division there. Issue is, though, the 10th Division is 463 AV, so I can't take them out. 57th Division over here. 9th Division as well. Yeah, they can't be taken out. Hello there, Renner. How you doing there, my friend? Welcome to the stream. It's good to see you, my friend. I really do need to sort out this, like, chat thing on the actual stream, don't I? Need to try and find that. I've got this engineer regiment over here as well that I need moving, but then again, they are looking after the reconnaissance elements that are trending here at the moment, aren't they? I do have some infantry regiments. Oh, they all... Okay, what we'll do here then... Okay, let's just go back here. Might be due to some of them having different upgrades, to be honest. Yeah, I'm going to more than likely say that. I mean, the ones that are engineers, they need to remain on combat. But for units like this, yeah, you are right. I just need to find them, really. Though these regiments are the answers to our problems. I can actually have them taken out of... how much? Yeah, we could probably do that. We do have another... Yeah, I do have another regiment on its way as well, which is obviously going to increase the AV when it actually combines it to its division. So that's what I've been. So 126 times 3 brings us to 378. Yep, that's absolutely fine. I'll keep them separate as well. I can always have them reformed elsewhere. Probably have them reformed in Shanghai. Okay, so these elements are going to be moved down to Shanghai. Will they then catch a boat? Garrison's going to stay here. Yeah, it's not like I have to satisfy any sort of garrison requirement. Indeed. I'm going to leave them down here at Fusan to help out with the expansion, but in the future they will be brought back. I mean, I could move out more forces from Manchuria, but I've only got, like, what, 400 to play with, really. Yeah, so 3 regiments is going to be it's going to be enough. It's going to be enough to satisfy it. I mean, I could move out these guns, to be honest. Fourth army could be moved as well, actually. I'm going to have them sent down here to Wuchang. That needs to be moved. How much AV is that actually first? 0, fantastic. Yep, that is absolutely needed elsewhere. That's true, but there's a house rule regarding artillery. Like, I need to have something in the region of like 2 artillery units per division, or per infantry unit. So that's when I'm trying to, because I think I have broken that one to a degree by having, I don't know. I need to try and balance that one out, to be honest. We'll leave that for the time being. As far as it goes for orders in China, they're already mostly inputted already, to be honest. Let's see, these forces over here then. Yep, they're marching out. I mean, there's a good few divisions over here to Wuchang. So we do have a rather large amount of firepower here. Which I'm very happy about. Yeah, the headquarters here as well. I think what we have to obviously bear in mind is we need to retain some sort of reserve here. I do have the 6th Division over here and the Independent Mixed Brigade, the 20th. They're in a blocking position over here by the river to prevent the force of Yichang. Still a shame I lost that city, but it did sell itself rather pricely. Yep, so they're in a blocking position over here. Hello there, Regha. Yep, indeed, I made the move to Twitch mostly due to the fact that it's like, for example, I mean, Christ. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys in on a bit of a secret here. So for me to make 71 pence through advertisements, I need 1,000 views. No. That's crazy. That's a hell of a lot of effort. And the way it works with Google is, it used to be different, but they did change the rules, but basically you don't get paid by Google until you pass £60. So you can imagine, that's a lot of work. Whereas over here on Twitch, I have a lot more freedom. I can play copyrighted tracks that would obviously be blocked on YouTube. And you guys can, of course, subscribe to myself here on Twitch. Which, yeah, $5 a month is, holy shit, that is out of this world better than YouTube. So yeah, it sounds really selfish, but it's one of these things like, while I'm not working full-time here, it's like my income obviously isn't what it was. And so I'm hoping that I can try and make up that deficit with just really improving my content, to be honest. But yeah, that's why I made the move over here to Twitch. Everything will be uploaded on the channel anyhow, so there's no issues there. You're not going to miss anything. Filthy red. Oh dear. Okay, okay. Have these bombers stand down. To be honest, I could have these bombers potentially shifted out of China. I could basically, for the most part, have everything but reconnaissance craft shifted out of China. And more than likely over here to Luzon. Now this should go ahead quite nicely. I'm going to see how it initially plays out. I do have a Ki-48 squadron. Nope. Have they since been shifted? Where the hell are my Ki-48s? But over here actually, but they've not been flying, so the weather must be very poor. I'm going to say very poor. Now these men here, they did assault Cagayan. The Sasebo 2nd SLF did take a lot of casualties. Yeah, they really got slammed there. So I'm going to have to obviously allow them to recover there. So a good few days, we do have plenty of supply here. A little bit too much supply, but yeah, definitely plenty. I could take my time on that one. So in fact, what I'm going to do here then is actually move the Ki-48... Yeah, the 48 one... Yeah, the Lilies north, actually. Saying that would be right... yeah, we'll have them move there anyhow. $12,000 feet. But assigned to the 5th Air, I'm going to have them reassigned to the 22nd Air Flotilla. Let's double check actually, are they still assigned to the 22nd Air Flotilla, or is it a different one? It would be, yeah, the 22nd Air Flotilla, which is actually rather impressive considering the 22nd Air Flotilla is over in Malaya. But oh well. Okay, we'll have them reassigned to the 22nd. That is 27 points now. Okay, I'm not going to bother, actually. The reason being I want to release the Guards Brigade from Tokyo. Yeah, let's see. Naval Guard obviously building their strength here. Actually, it looks as if they're ready to go. Yeah, they're actually ready to go. Fantastic. What do I actually have here then in terms of amphibious? I do have plenty of transports over here, but obviously no troop transports as such. Actually, let's just do a double take on that one. Okay, oilers. And these transports could more than likely do it. But I'd rather use some actual troop transports. I should have some over this way, actually. Yeah, 14 of them over here at, Kagashima. Kagoshima. Okay, 20 knots is very impressive. What I'm going to do here then is, a lot of these actually don't have that much in the way of actual capacity here. Which is a good and a bad thing, I'm not going to lie. But they are very speedy. Very speedy is very nice. What I'm going to do then is I'll take about 4 of them actually, that should be more than enough. I'll give them their patrol boats. 2 patrol boats, I'm going to give them a 3rd patrol boat actually. Right, they're going to be sent over here to Tokyo. They're going to pick up the Naval Guard. Now, those Naval Guard could be used quite handsomely around the theatre, actually. Which is going to be like, where would we use them? But we can discover that one shortly. I do have a 2nd Raiding Sentai over here now. Yeah, the 2nd Raiding Sentai has just arrived. Allow them to rest for the time being. I'm going to have them moved out somewhere. Right. Your strategic... I guess we'll have you here. I can't think where else would be really needed at the moment. Okay, so they did unload there. Right, how much oil has built up in Taihoku? 882, okay. Right, disband that for the time being. We did have a new large influx of patrol boats. Obviously, they have just finished converting, so they're out in the waters now. The patrol patterns are going to be increased. I do have a 2nd convoy making its way over there to Toyohara. I do have these H6K4s over here. Now, I do have some actual destroyers out here. And considering the fact that we did actually see a submarine in the waters over here just off the coast of Ominata, we're going to have them placed on ASW then for the time being. Make use of them. So their home port is set. Yep, there we go. So what I'll do then is have them placed out here as additional security. I could potentially split it up, to be honest. I need to double check that they actually do have ASW assets before we do send them out, such as depth charges. Obviously, that would be very handy. Yep, depth charges. Okay, yep, you do. Okay, I could have, yeah, I'll split this force in 2, actually. Yep, have these. Another for Buki, actually. Yep, there we go. Have them run their own patrol. They can patrol the waters from over here to Hokkaido down here to Owaki. It's a fairly long-range patrol, but the reason for it is I want to try and catch anything here. He's going to have some submarines in this general area. So we'll have 2 destroyers on a short-range patrol, 2 on a longer-range patrol. The beauty of this as well is obviously he does get our destroyers out there and active. And, well, if something does come in, we don't know where his carriers are at the moment. There's always a chance he actually does head up here to the north. So we have got to be prepared for that. So, might be the best idea to potentially have them dispersed to a degree. We'll see how things go, really. See how things go. Okay. But it would be good to get those Naval Guard out there. But yes, as I was saying earlier, I'm looking at actually unlocking the Guards Mixed Brigade. Here we go. Yep, I'm gonna unlock this force over here, which eventually will reform into the 1st Guard Division. But not for another 484 days. But obviously it would be cheaper to have them released and then do that in the future. Now, to have them released, I'd have to have them change headquarters, which is not actually that expensive, to be fair. I think it'd be about 770 points here at the moment, so we're not too far away from that, actually. So this is the issue. When it comes to actual ground forces, I wish you could actually sort it by theatre, because it would make it far bloody easier to see. We'll quickly go through here and see if we can do anything about it. I think what we'll do here then is actually take engineers off. And go like that, yeah, so... yeah, okay. I could do with shifting that air flotilla headquarters out, probably. If it makes any marginal impact on the actual supply usage, then it's worthwhile, really. Kyushu's complaining about this, but Kanoya. Let's give them a little bit more. I mean, as far as it goes with the AA units, I don't think it's an issue here. When we do get an idea of what the enemy's at, well, when the enemy arrives, then we'll have them turned on. Only in areas where we don't expect an air attack, then I can turn them off. So I'll keep them active over on this side of Japan. And obviously over Tokyo and Osaka. In fairness, what I'll do then is actually, yeah, I might just leave the rest on, to be fair. Yeah, we'll leave the rest on then. Obviously, these have been turned off, so that should save a little bit of supply there. Not a terribly large amount, but still some is always good. Okay. They're still unloading. Right, okay, they're unloading supply, that's why. Surprising considering that the port is pretty spacious, actually. Taking a very long time to unload. Yeah, no naval spots, okay. Yeah. So I can turn them off in Kyushu. I think for the rest of the, I think the rest of Honshu, I'll leave them mostly online. I do have aircraft in Japan. It's one of these things where if he takes any damage by Japan, then he is in a very bad situation. Okay, so my forces have hit Balfour. Well, Balfour. Yeah. What I need to do here then, well, yeah, they're just resting here for the time being. I'm going to shift some of this reconnaissance then to actually take a look at that base there. We'll get an idea of what there is before we actually do attack. Still not aware of his 33 fighters over here, which is quite good. We did encounter the Hermes around here. Now, we did obviously sink our tanker over here as well. So what we're going to do then, let's see. Fuel remains an issue in this general area. I'm going to have them move there. I do have 2 submarines coming with mines, so I'm going to be very happy to use them. I'm going to have them slip on the other side there. But I definitely need fuel in this area. Thankfully, they don't have too far to go get it, but yeah, still. Interestingly, I do see a troop transport there. Yeah, but I'll take that. Yeah, it would be nice to grab the Hermes, but, I mean, we did have a chance to take the Hermes, kinda, but it was very much like walking into a trap, so I didn't think it was worth it. Did you move fuel to the Marshals to refuel your subs that are stranded there? As far as it goes for the Marshals, no fuel has been moved there as of yet. The reason being in part due to the enemy's continued submarine activity in that area, and partly due to the fact that I still don't know where his carriers are, so I'm not going to move fuel to the Marshals as of yet, until we kind of have an idea of where his carriers are. Just a general idea would be very nice, but I don't want to be moving them here to potentially be struck by American aircraft or by more submarines. But the area has been very quiet for the last few days, so what I'm going to do here then is we'll see if it remains quiet. If I do get an idea where his carriers are, then I will, yeah, ideally get away from here, I will move fuel here. I could move it from track, so I could potentially have one oiler made ready to move it. But I'm going to just wait a little bit longer. Okay. Right, this is a nice unit here. See, I could do actually moving the paratroopers, actually. I also do have elements of the 24th Infantry Regiment here as well. Oof. Yeah, Queen Elizabeth with Hermes, yeah. I'm going to make use of these regiments. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to make use of them, but I will make use of them. These are fantastic ships. Absolutely amazing. Question comes down to, like, how do I actually utilize them? And the good news is, obviously, we will have our airfield here tomorrow. Another 5% of it will be finally finished. Now, this is the actual danger over here. We did have that surface clash over here not too long ago. I mean, as far as it's gone, we did actually have a big clash over here. We did have a clash between the Fiji cover force, so we had Nagato, Mutsu, the heavy cruisers, light cruisers and destroyers against a American, well, an allied cruiser task force consisting of 3 heavy cruisers, 2 Australian, 1 American, 2 light cruisers and some destroyers. Now, we did come out without any losses. Now, some of our ships did take damage. So, for example, yeah, I mean, the Nagato, Furataka and Kakao, they did take more damage than I really expected. So they're on their way to truck to undergo really repairs and rearmament. Mutsu, Aoba, Tatsuta, Yayoi, and Uzuki came out fairly well. But they do need to rearm. Basically, the entire task force's main armament was expended in that one battle. We did sink a... Well, I'm going to assume that we did sink a Allied light cruiser, and we definitely did sink a destroyer. We did hurt his ships as well. Not too terribly. I don't know, it varies. I don't know exactly how much damage we might have done to them. And we didn't land any solid hits as far as I could tell, but we did land hits anyhow. So they're going to be more than likely over here in one of these docks, either in Sydney or Brisbane. Now, fuel is light on the Kitabutai. So the Kitabutai is going to be heading... I mean, what I could do is actually have them head directly this direction here, which would put them 12 hexes out from Lafayette. 12 hexes here from Noumea. And this is it. I need to get the Oilers. We do have this force over here with our 3 Oilers. Though they have detected this force, they've also been detected in turn. Now that force is reportedly heading northeast. Now obviously the big consideration here is he going to consider to do that? Going to continue to do that, or is he going to change his direction? I obviously do not want to entertain the prospect of him changing direction and actually chasing down my Oilers. So I'm actually going to move the Oilers ASAP, really, get them the hell out of Dodge, and get that fuel back into the Kitabutai. Now the way is like, how do we do this? Okay, what I'm going to do here then. Yeah, that was it really. The Fiji cover force didn't seem to actually be able to land any goddamn hits, actually. Yeah. Well, this is it. I mean, the carriers that are out there, they are within extreme range of Sydney, so we could go for potentially a attack on the city there if we so wish to. And now, it could be done, but I think what I'm going to do here then is, due to the fact that the Kitabutai is in a delicate position where obviously they can't really afford to take any hits, they can't really afford to be slowed down in any to any degree. There's also the very real possibility of the unknown around here. Now, of course, the Kitabutai is incredibly powerful, but I think in this circumstance they're going to have to just concentrate. We will return, and we will hit Brisbane, we will hit Sydney. Now, as far as it goes for hitting the Australian cities, it's not so much to actually hit the ports, it's to actually hit the infrastructure so we can actually gain some of those sweet, sweet, juicy VPs. That's what we're trying to do here. That I would be very happy to find those cruisers that did escape as a New Caledonia and actually destroy them. And we signed 1 Clemson-class destroyer and 1 old C-class light cruiser. Yeah, very expendable, but then again, we didn't lose any ships in that. I mean, obviously, we did lose... Well, actually, no, we did lose a cruiser, didn't we? What was her name? Was it Kirishima that we lost, or Gatori? I forget which one it was now that we lost, which was unfortunate, don't get me wrong. But they did give their life... Well, she did give her life, she sold it very... Yeah, she did sell it quite high to protect the actual troop convoy. Okay. So we'll have the Kitabutai meet the Oilers here. Can you show the Japanese ship loss assorted by value? Sure. So she's still looking at the Haruna. That was lost quite a while ago now. We did lose, yeah. They got caught out. Yeah, that was the Kashima. We did lose the Kitakawa Maru around here as well to the American cruisers. Now, obviously, a lot of the others were lost. Yeah, so these were lost at Tarawa due to the carrier strikes there. But as far as it goes, we haven't lost too terribly much. I mean, I've lost a couple destroyers. It's mostly, a lot of them are obviously originally from the failed Mersing Gambit. Yeah, obviously we lost the 2 cruiser mine layers down there. Not too terribly. They haven't suffered too terribly bad, really. That was obviously the biggest loss. Now, obviously, for the Allies, it is... yeah, we know full well the Prince of Wales is still in effect. I mean, this is obviously showing the Oklahoma here. We did put another torpedo into her, so she's going to be very damaged, but we know she's alive. Really, I doubt that any of these battleships are dead. I doubt any of them are dead. Yeah, more than likely you'll have a few heavy cruisers around Australia. This is why I'm actually going to keep the Kitabutai's aircraft really on just naval attack. He may sally out, really. In fairness, the Maya was actually hit by a torpedo, so not much I could have done about that one. The Haruna definitely was, though, the big oopsie. We have hit some nice... I mean, obviously the Houston was destroyed over in that battle. And the Mariposa was a nice hit there. I don't know what happened to the President Coolidge. No idea, I've not seen her since. We have had a disturbing knack of missing very large, very juicy troop transports, but oh well. And these were quite nice hits. Took those out with torpedoes of Walton not too long ago, actually. Yeah, she's still alive. I mean, I have sunk a couple destroyers. Obviously, just need to try and even things out. It's really the tankers I'm interested in. Yeah, Solent was a nice prize. And this is it. Obviously, there's ships out there that we might have sank and we won't know about. That's what I say to myself at night. Okay, you do have actually plenty of fuel there. Holy moly, you actually do have a reconnaissance craft as well. Though you are low on munitions here. What I'm going to do then is... I'm going to have them sail towards Brisbane, actually. Yeah, sail towards Brisbane. At least that does give us additional naval search here. It also will allow us to see what is in this area. Now, we did sink 4 of these patrol boats last turn just off the coast of Australia, which is nice. So that clears the area to a degree. I think this is the best move that we can make here. Of course, there are some cruiser mine layers over here. So I'm shifting these 2 submarines up to this area here. I'm shifting 2 destroyers down here. The other 2 destroyers are going to be merged with the Task Force 340, which has its own destroyer and 2 destroyer minesweepers as an escort. Now, there are mines over here, so I will have to deal with them. We did clear some of these mines here last turn, so I don't know how many there is, but we need to get the hell out. Now, I did unload a little bit of supply here, but due to the fact that this American cruiser force is over here to, yeah, in this direction here, we're going to have these men stop unloading. They didn't unload any troops, but basically they're going to stop unloading the supply. They're going to head down here to Lafoa, where we're going to begin landing. The 2 AMCs and 2 destroyers are also going to head down here to Lafoa. Okay. THG will wait for the Kitabutai to move out of the area to refuel, rearm. They will send those heavy cruisers to try the transports to Comac. Yeah, this is why we're moving the Kitabutai. Oh, well, one to refuel, but also to guard the forces here. All I need to do is actually get my men ashore, and then that's fine. I've dispatched the Kinagusa and 3 destroyers over here from the north to head down here towards Kermac as well, so that's additional security. The landing forces over here that were, well, that did leave Luganville yesterday are going to head back to Luganville for safety. Tomorrow I will be able to base G3M2s or G4M1s out of here, so that's going to be quite nice. So tomorrow we'll actually have cover from the air, which is going to be exceptionally handy. I have increased the amount of H6K4s that we do have here dramatically so, which is very good. Okay. Yeah, we do have, I mean, this one over here, she's heading back. She's heading back, escorting that ship over there, which, to be honest, I don't know. We might keep her on station. But again, there are mines here, so it's not worthwhile. She is damaged, she does have system damage, but it's not too bad. And we're not going to be marching from Comac. These men over here, they're simply waiting for supply. They did receive some supply here. What they're waiting for then is... what we're doing here then is... These forces are going to land over here at Lafoa. we're going to secure this part of the island. This is going to see these men cut off from supplied Comac, and obviously our men over here, they will receive some supply as well once the supply does land here. At least they should be able to do so. We're going to circumnavigate the actual mines he's no doubt laying down here in Noumea. The good news is as well, he is going to be using a lot of mines in this area. So once we do have our actual aircraft here in the area next turn, I will be able to run those naval bombers there, and I will be able to score me some easy, juicy cruiser mine layer kills. But yeah, he's using a lot of his mines here. I don't know how many he has in his pool, but I can't imagine it's an infinite amount of mines. So that's fine. We don't need to hit the beaches of Noumea. We don't need to hit the mines of Noumea. We simply march into Noumea when we are ready. We do have large forces coming as well. Yeah, for example, over here we have... hide that. Yep, over here we do have... What was that? Just shy of 8,000 men. Obviously, we do have equipment. We also do have a tanker regiment as well over here, which is why I'm not taking any chances with it. But the Kinigusa has been detached. We're basically going to have the Kidabutai refueled and made ready. Now, I might consider placing these guys on full speed. I don't think I need to. Right, aggression is very high there for the commander of the fleet. Well, the task force, actually. And still can be cut off by B-17s and P-38s. Well, P-38s aren't an issue here at the moment. For the B-17s, he does have some over at Suva, but I will be moving fighters down here to Luganville as well. What we're going to be doing as well is, I could always potentially use the Kidabutai in the near future, potentially hit his airfield and overwhelm it, really. Indeed, something of that nature. I think fighters based at Luganville, obviously AA based at Luganville would be able to handle it. It's one of those things of, it's a very high service rate in aircraft, I do believe, the B-17. So if he wants to use them down here, he's more than welcome to. I'll look at shooting them down. I know. The reason why I'd even consider that is just for the fact of the danger here represented, but I'm not going to do that. I am a little bit worried about the commander here, though. Right, so you're the commander of the force here. What I'm going to do then is actually have you... I mean, there's actually a part of me that thinks, well, maybe do we take a light cruiser and 2 of the destroyers here? I don't know. I could do that, but I'd rather keep them all together, really. It has changed the commander here. He's now lowered aggression, which is actually better for me. I need high naval, but low aggression. As low aggression as I can potentially get, really. I wish I could change him. I mean, this is a vital prize as well. I mean, there's always the potential to press these guys into naval attack, perhaps. I don't know if I can do that. I think they could be potentially pressed into that. But then again, it's only 120 kilograms of bombs, I think. So it's not particularly amazing. No, I think I'm going to keep them there. I mean, the Jakes themselves are very valuable, obviously, for the fact of informing us about threats. The Kidabutai is going to be within range. Yeah, she's over here. Obviously, this force is 9 hexes out, so they're within range at maximum anyhow. Obviously, they'll be moving down here. This force isn't going to immediately catch him, so they'll be within range of the Kidabutai. I mean, this is it. You're right there, Tito. It's like, obviously, considering the fact that the Kidabutai is nearby. I don't think he will charge them, but I don't want to take the chances. So we're moving to reflect that. I mean, other worries, obviously, then he could make his move over here at Comac, which is why everything's moving south. Which is why, obviously, the Kiributai is moving here, secondly, as well. I also do have surface forces moving over here. And if there's no battle next turn, then this force will be enlarged, and the Belep Island cover force will be, will be reinforced and made stronger. I do have more surface assets moving to the south here. It is going to take some time for them to arrive, but more of them are arriving shortly. Yeah, but you're heading north. And the good news is I do have another oiler. I mean, I do have this low, solitary Toho Maru. She's only carrying 1,240 units of fuel, also due to the fact that these guys did refuel. But that's still fuel. I am loading up, well, I'm fueling up some other oilers out here at truck as we speak. I think I already have some loaded up and ready to go, to be honest. Yeah, I've got one ready and loaded to go here. So I could even have that dispatched this turn. Which I'm going to do, actually. So that would be Task Force 9-3. Okay, Task Force 9-3 will escort the SATA. Or the Sancta, however you want to call it. Okay, so they're going to begin making their way down to Luganville. And this is the good news. Tomorrow I will have an airfield here. And when I have an airfield, then things become significantly easier. Like, much, much easier. It will mean I have a lot more in the way of flexibility. The good news is, obviously, the invasion force is split up into separate parts. I mean, it's like, I do have one here, I have one here. There's obviously the main components over here, but the main component is obviously out of reach. And he does know about it, but not too particularly well. There are mines over here at Luganville. Obviously, then we'll have the, I think we'll be okay. He may just continue to the northeast, as it says over here. He's probably going to be looking at hitting the Solomon Islands or Guadalcanal, more than likely. He could even try to go for Tulagi, but obviously once I do have a naval bomber squadron over here, I'll be able to do quite a lot there. Yeah, I mean, we have damaged quite heavily a couple of his other heavy cruisers. I mean, if we can score a hit here, if he does try to chase them and they are unable to engage and they're caught by Kiributai's aircraft, and that's a big win for us. The carriers will be heading south again. Sorry, the battleships will be heading south again when they're able to. Mutsu definitely will be able to. But yeah. The enemy heavy... Well, yeah, the heavy cruisers are... It's one of these, really. They are dangerous, but then again, as far as I can see, there's only one cruiser here, so there's one heavy cruiser. Now, that is still a dangerous threat, don't get me wrong, but we do still have the 2 light cruisers Nagara, and we do have 5 destroyers over here. Of course, the seaplane carrier as well, cruiser over here. Obviously, wish he had some more guns, and I really wish he wasn't involved in any battle. But it does mean that we do have some forces. Obviously, I can't stand any hits to these ships here. Yeah, which is why they're moving. And do you actually need another AO in the Coral Sea? I'd like to have one just to try and get some fuel down here to Luganville. As I was just saying, once we actually do have some aircraft over here to Luganville, things become significantly easier. I've been continuously trying to build up the H6K4 presence over here, and it is actually at a good position over here now. It's in a good position. So what I need then is obviously a airfield at Naval. Now that is going to be coming in the next few days. But for example, I've got a light cruiser force over here on its way down. We've also got the 2 light cruisers, heavy cruisers that'll be available shortly. I might go ahead and actually move one of these squadrons preemptively further south, actually. I need to double check how far they can transfer just in case. Maximum range is 51. Just double check, make sure they can actually reach it. Right, they would be able to reach it. Actually, probably take them the day after to really come into effect, but still, once they're into effect, then they are going to be quite dangerous. Additional troops obviously arriving back over here after they took the island of Vaitupu. Yeah, so those AVs I really want. But they're not doing anything while they're actually in the task force. Yeah, these 2 new submarines did arrive in the area. I think when they get down to 2,000 endurance, I'm going to have them sent back. So a little bit longer there, only a few days longer with you. And then he's going to be sent back to Luganville. I do need to get fuel to Luganville. Yeah, the long supply chain is hard, I'm not gonna lie. The good news is once we actually do have aircraft operating down there, it does become significantly easier. Right, I'll take you, that high speed is very welcome. I could actually do with, I'm going to say 2 of them being loaded up with fuel actually. I could have 1 sent to the Marshals, I could have 1 sent to the south actually as well. Get them loaded up there. Yeah, I mean, this is it. This is why I need to establish aircraft all the way down here on the, basically at the front of the spear. Yeah, the tip of the spear. Once I do actually have aircraft in operation down here, it does become a lot easier because the front can actually look after itself to a degree, really suppress the enemy forces in the area. Yeah, I mean, this is it. As far as it goes for exposed flanks, they're not too bad. Obviously, I am lacking searchcraft over here at Bacon and Canton. But I do have some searchcraft over here at Funfuti. We do... I mean, I could actually press the H6K4s into naval attack if so pressed to do so. So at least I do have that as an option. But yeah, they do have good coverage to about, what, 20 hexes. So I do have fairly decent information. Right, let's go over here then. How much fuel's left on truck? A good couple tens of thousands, actually. 196,000 tons here of fuel at truck. I will have to have more supplies sent down there in the near future. Fuel as well, but for the moment we are okay. Yep, I mean, as you can see here, the H6K4s at Luganville really do give us a nice large amount of coverage in this area. Obviously into the Coral Sea, over Fiji actually as well, which is quite nice. Over this area, not quite Australia, but not too far off either. But a good amount of the Coral Sea itself, and obviously we do have searchcraft at Tulagi and Buwen, whatever you want to call it, on the Shortlands. Once the 56th Division does take control of Rabaul, I can actually base aircraft there, but I'm going to be basing naval bombers, really. So the idea then is... Yeah, the more important part is the Ranger attack craft. Yeah, so... Once I have naval bombers there, obviously we've got naval bombers further down there, I'd like to have maybe something in between that, so I could potentially go for Port Moresby, or even potentially one of these other islands over here. We'll have to see. Yeah, I mean, I could have like G4M1s based here. I could have definitely G4M1s, I'm thinking. So G4M1s. Though, it's something to be said about that being more expensive due to the fact that I don't have really any of them in the pool. But we'll have to see. I think G3M2s could do well. It's not a terribly large area as such. I mean, there are constraints to his maneuverability in this area. Same as constraints to ours. The beauty around New Caledonia is obviously the coral reefs that doesn't... yeah, it does limit his movement. I mean, his movement is somewhat limited over here to a degree as well. But yeah. Port Moresby is going to be a big prize there, as this area is going to be fantastic. I mean, we could really, really look towards locking that down. Okay. I do have these two submarines over here. They're going to remain on station for a couple days longer. Once the actual transports do arrive, and they're going to head back to track and refuel, and then head back further south. The L3s are taking this, yeah, this element of the Chichijima Special Base Force to... I think they're heading over here to... Is it Noumea? Yeah, they're heading over here to Noumea to obviously boost the aviation support there. Yeah, Horn Island would be amazing, actually. Yeah, they'll have fighters. I mean, this is the thing. We'll have better fighters soon enough as well, so... I'm gonna keep myself running somehow. I mean, what we're trying to do here, really, is just... See, what I need to do as well. I need to secure Lord Howe Island, Norfolk Island, and Raoul Island. If I secure the Holy Trinity of Islands alongside Noumea, then I can, more or less, as effectively as I possibly can, without invading New Zealand, shut off the US to Australia line of communications. I mean, Fiji is going to be a tough one, but when it comes to Fiji, I'm going to be using a division, or even potentially 2 divisions to take Fiji. Something around that sort of area, really. The idea being, we're not going to be going in with single regiments of that sort of nature, but we are going to be going in hard. I'm not too worried about those aircraft. Yeah, see, what I need to do here then is actually base some engineers down at Savai, so I can actually start running search patrols from there. But then again, Savai has been a good pickup, really. That could have gone severely badly wrong, but luckily it didn't, and we still hold on to it, which is good. I just need to get some engineers there. But I can use this as a jumping off point to take control of Pick Go. I mean, I could use this as a jumping off point to really launch operations over here. We can use it for a lot of different reasons, really. I just need to get the engineers to do that. I mean, I do have a... No, I don't have an airfield here. That's the issue. But what I could do is actually have the H6K2L Mavises transported over here to Funafuti and then transfer the engineers over here, or even from here to here. We'll find a way to do it. We will find a way to do it. How's Tarawa's airfield construction going? Yeah, oh my god, yeah. So we're going to have... wow. Okay, so I'll actually be able to base a naval bomber squadron at Tarawa as well, potentially. That's going to be very good. Not to mention it will help to boost our naval search coverage as well, actually. Yeah, I'm going to take a look at those, actually. Yeah, thank you there for reminding me, therefore. Yeah, so that's brilliant. So tomorrow, Luganville will have an airfield and Tarawa will have an airfield. So from tomorrow, I'm going to be able to base naval attack squadrons over here and over here as well. That's going to be really, really helpful. Yeah, that'd be really quite nice. I'm looking forward to that. Okay. As far as it goes for the movements down here, we have done as much as we can. I think I'm going to have... Yeah, I might just keep them there, but I think what I'll do here then is actually have patrol up and down. Something like that. There we go. Now, I do have 2 destroyers They're set to merge. These guys are going to be patrolling here. They're set to patrol... Well, reaction 6 as well, actually. I could maybe do with reducing that to a degree. Maybe. Oh, Sean. My friend. The battle fighters aren't going to be that much of an issue. The thing is, it's like he's already got battle fighters elsewhere. They're not exactly massive issues. They're only issues when we actually run into them. Without actually having adequate support. But then again, you can imagine he's on a bit of a lifeline as well in certain areas. Okay, these forces continuing to move south. And we will have the 2 divisions here tomorrow at Malacca. But obviously then they will continue to march. Our forces are marching. Shipping, yep. Nice bloody unit. Oh my god, okay. Finally, Jesus Christ, I actually have some infantry available now. There's no need to be paranoid, my dude, it'll be alright. Yeah, I was just thinking about that with the reaction there. I think I'll reduce it to... I'm going to say about 1, actually. I was just thinking about that, though. Remain on station as well, actually. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Even though, actually, remain on station, yeah. Okay. As far as it goes for New Caledonia, I can... I mean, tomorrow I'll be able to even move the L3Y2 Tinas over here if I so need to do so. Yeah, reaction 1. Normal, yep, there we go. And of course I'm going to have another 2 destroyers over here. The AMCs aren't exactly geared for combat, but at least they are armed. Which is at least something I can work with. Okay. Yeah, I think once we get the fuel into the Kitabutai, then obviously we'll use the Kitabutai then to just suppress this area. All I need to do is just land these troops. Once these troops are landed, then that's it. The game is over on New Caledonia. It'll just be a matter of time until we actually secure the island. Granted, it'll take us some time to do so, but yeah, we'll have enough supply on the island. Obviously, I can keep flying more supplies into the island, and we'll go from there, really. Okay. Now, over here, yeah, they're going to continue to patrol around this area. I'm looking to try and pick up this force here, actually. But the rest are going to continue to move out of the area. They're moving out of the area. Yeah, we're bringing back these submarines from the US coastline and having them brought back down to this area here. We've been very fortunate in the use of our actual submarines so far, and I want to continue that. I really want to continue the pain train, really. Okay. I might hit Medan again, but then again, maybe not. That's a bloody good airfield. There's a lot of fuel and a lot of, yeah, juicy shit there. Really can't wait to get that. Gonna eat that shit up. So we'll do that again. I could potentially hit the airfield here. It might be worthwhile hitting another target, actually. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll hit another target. I don't know what he has there. But it's not a bad idea to do so. If anything, if he's got a combat air patrol there, at least we might be able to avoid that. Right, there we go. The Allies start pumping out destroyers with proper ASW values soon. Yeah, I mean, this is it. The Americans, the Allies are always going to have better ASW than us. They're always going to have better assets like that. But the thing is, it's not going to matter that much. We're going to be relying upon the Air Force, really, for the most part. But still, I'll be able to make use of submarines. I might have them paired up around each other, really. Yeah, I think what we might do then is potentially in the future change tactics and have them operate in pairs, actually. At least it does improve our chances for success to a degree. Also, it does... It's one of these things where two separate task forces means that there are two submarines in 40 square miles of water. Well as, like, a single task force means that there's two submarines in 40 nautical miles of water, but they're right next to each other. That's true. I think one reaction's enough, though. I think it'll be enough. So I'm happy with the fact that we actually got our AKE over here, the casino. We've actually got a decent base setup over here at Drunk. Need to maintain that. And have some supply on that. Yeah. We're really trying to expand the port. Well, additional engineers are going to be arriving here shortly as well. Not too long until they do come here. I do have a decent amount of naval support. I'm just trying to get it to the point at which I can actually rearm the battleships. Yeah, these engineers over here are going to be very, very welcome. I don't know why I was complaining about the lack of endurance. They have no issues making it better, as far as I can tell. Okay, the Keystone is over here. I'll see you later, Talon. Have a very nice day, my friend. In fact, I'll have them stop building the airfield. I'm going to have them building fortifications. What I'm going to do here then... Right, they can't fit on, but that's fine. Set that load. I'm going to have them transport these engineers to Saipan, actually. The Bureau of Ordnance is a secret ally of the IGN. That's actually pretty accurate, Jesus. Okay, these SLF units will be ready soon in the near future, actually. Okay. Now, the Mini Kidabutai. I think she's about ready to leave, actually. I do need to get some fuel into Camaran Bay, actually. Yeah, we'll have them make their way down into the Sulu Sea. Yeah, I think it'll be something that might be potentially needed in the future, really. Okay. Yeah, but I could draw the reserves here. Hello there, Alderain. Okay, that's really intriguing. Welcome to the stream, though. Oh dear. Yeah, see, I've got up to size 30 here, so I obviously could put 13 fighters there if I wanted to. But I think what I'm going to do here, then, is... I wish you have a reserve there. Oh, I'm actually over. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do now, actually. I'm going to have them transferred over to Zuho as I can. That's awkward, isn't it? Okay, so actually... I should have done it the other way around. I've actually transferred the Ryujo squadron to Zuiho and the... Oh, okay. Wee little bit awkward there, but we'll fix that in the future. Didn't the A5Ms like a pilot? I'll go ahead and take a look. Could do with finding them some A5M4s, actually. Yeah, somebody messed with it. I think at this point here, we'll just rename the ship. We'll just rename the ship and nobody will ever know. Oh, they are missing quite a few pilots, aren't they? Good spot. I'll give them some additional just in case. They're going to need to train, actually. How are they, actually? They've got a decent experienced pilot, but I'll have them train naturally for the time being. Yeah, try and work them out. What I'm gonna do... Okay. I'm gonna hit this force here. See what I could potentially do here then is actually move quite a few fighters up here to Malacca. I'm being very... well, I'm being overzealous here with the fighters, really. What do we have here in terms of aviation support then at Muri? That's actually a lot then. Okay, we do have a nice large airfield here as well. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to take the Yamada detachment. I'm going to have them fly over here to Marine. Okay. I'm going to fly a sweep mission over Singkawang. The reason why I'm doing this is because I know he has his fighters down here, so I'm hoping that I might be able to catch something over here. But what I'm looking to do then is... well, what I'm actually looking towards doing here then is see what's over the actual airfield. If there's nothing, then I can look at actually setting up a bombing raid. But mostly, it's going to scare the shit out of them. I just need the men to move here. Okay, I'm going to shift the Tojo south. I'm going to sweep here at Mersing, actually. I don't really expect there to be much, to be honest. But just in case. Let's run 100% next turn. Well, then again, actually. Just make sure they're well escorted, to be honest. Yeah, can't send really any more aircraft here as of yet. The good news is I'm going to have my AA set up here shortly. Which is going to be very nice. What I'm hoping he'll do here then is actually try to bomb my forces, but we'll see what happens. The issue is really, we'll drive his air power out of the area, one way or another. I mean, this is it. I really wish we hadn't lost all those bloody bombs mistake, and I've been moaning about that forever, but hey, I'll continue to moan about it. Okay, so the 56th Division is going to be underway. I'll have 2 new airfields available for use tomorrow, which is going to be great. We've altered the path of the Kiriputai. Our forces are heading south and to Hilofoa. Yeah, they're going to link up with the Oilers there. You're super low on fuel. And do the Imperial Japanese Navy Air Service and the Imperial Japanese Army Air Service share the same pilot pool? No, they have 2 separate pilot pools, actually. We've adjusted this situation over here. I'm in fact going to take a quick look at the R&D situation. Yeah, I mean, Mabashi, Su, Kabenchi. Let's take a look at Su. You're not far, actually. Dude, don't worry. Don't worry, dude. Yeah, never worry about the backseat gaming. My god, I would not be doing this if I was worried about backseat gaming. Oh, my days. Okay, I'm going to turn these off for the time being, actually. Nah, you're not annoying, dude, don't worry. Okay, a lot of this production will go back on as soon as it's able to do so. I just need to address the lack of supply in these areas. Once we have the supply, then they will go back on immediately. I'm going to leave the 12th headquarters here, actually. The reason being it will help these men to actually recover. They're going to be shot to, set to shock attack, actually. I'm going to divide them, actually. The reason for this is it should help to rest them sooner, actually. Obviously, how it works is, as you can imagine, if they're all in one unit, then, I don't know, I suppose it's one of these things. I think it should help them out, because obviously spreading it out, and then each one of them is rested, so maybe we might gain more rest per turn than otherwise. Yeah, Pearl was really bad. And we are bold in the fact that we're obviously moving in the South Pacific. That was never done historically. I have another unit on charge just in case. Oh yeah, I know. But the thing is, it's like, there's only so much you can do without just being reckless. Like, this is going to go ahead. This has actually been really sped up by actually having our forces land over here. And it will end soon enough. I'm working on another division being made ready. Another division over here at Naga is... let's see. Okay, I've got transports over here then. Could I fit them, I wonder? 17,000, 16,000. I could do with the actual troop tron. Yeah, I could do with these bad boys. Get them in there. Throw the patrol boats in as well, why not? Speed is slowed well, but it does mean that there's more protection. Okay. Hello there, Spartan of Rome. How you doing there, my friend? Right. This task force here. Amphibious. Okay. What state is the 4th Division in right now? They do have a little bit of fatigue there. It's a fair bit of fatigue. I'll give them some time to actually rest, and then they'll be shifted out. Yeah, as soon as they're rested, they'll be shifted out. I should get some supply move down here to Naga. As far as it goes for India, I mean, it's like, we're not going to waste our time in Burma as of yet. The way we're going to approach Burma is via the sea, really. What I mean by that is I'd much rather just take one of these ports here, or one of these bases via amphibious landing, and then have our forces moved over that way by naval transport, to be honest, than marching over through Burma. Obviously, we'll have to see about that. The war in China is going well. Obviously, we've had setbacks, but the war is progressing well. We'll be taking the southern portion of Borneo within the next couple of days. Mindanao is going to fall eventually. Rabaul will fall within the week. Assuming everything goes well down here, then New Caledonia will be under threat within the week as well. This is causing them issues. Obviously, we have diverted some resources down this way, but it will prove to be worthwhile. Speed of conquest over here is going to begin to increase exponentially, especially with the fact that the Philippines is mostly conquered now. Obviously, there's still some holdouts here which we need to deal with, but once it's finished off, then that's fantastic. Yeah, you're right about the Thai units there in Burma. Alright, I've got you in the background, so you've got me watching, but I have to go. Ah, see you later there, Spartan. Yeah, the Thai units are being massed over here at Bangkok. I'm going to use the Thai units to actually secure these two bases over here, so at least I do have a beachhead here. Yeah, I know what you're saying there, dude. It's just the thing is, it's like, I can only move them so fast. I can only do so much so quickly. There's only so much that can be done. You've got to bear in mind that, obviously, when I began the campaign, I didn't have the experience that I do have now. So it looks as if I'm being slothful, when in reality, it's just I'm having to really pick up from where I left off in a matter of sense, really. In a manner of speaking, I suppose you could say. And the historical game, he's a very good player. He's had a hell of a lot more play by email experience, and I'm not using that as any sort of like excuse or anything like that. I mean, I love a challenge, but that is obviously just the reality of the situation when we began the campaign. But we'll be able to move on up. and keep things going, as we are now. And I think with that, we are pretty much ready for the turn here to be turned over. I don't think there's particularly anything else. We've addressed the industrial situation over here. The resource shortage is going to continue for some days as of yet. Well, it's not even a shortage, it's just a shortage of it being in the right location. So that's going to continue for the short period of time. And we'll have a second convoy running from up here over here at Sakhalin. So that's going to be very nice. Won't be too long until it's all sorted out here, really. I would say something reckless would be an order. I would disagree, really. It's one of those things like, if I do something reckless, and I lose that, then, yeah, that's not good. We're gonna be bold, but we're not gonna be reckless as such. Something with a potentially massive upside. There's not really anything like that as such. Not anything that will come within short term. The best move I'm making at the moment is going to, well, it's obviously going to be really striking at the jugular of China. Everything else is going to take a bit of time. And this will be nice, obviously when I do take Balapapan and Samarind Tarakan, obviously these will be quite nice. We are moving. It's going to take some time though. How do we name the turn? Wait, I've got it, okay. Naval invade Sri Lanka. My god, that'd be, yeah, I mean, it'd be very bold, don't get me wrong, my dude. It would be very bold, but it would be very, very foolhardy. Then I have house rules in effect, but I can't go up there until Singapore's fallen. Okay. I'm gonna have to look up the spellings of these states, you know, if I could have, or cities, whatever you want to call them. So, is it? Yeah, so I've got Chattanooga, right, okay. Yeah, double O, okay. Double check, I've got the spelling of Oklahoma, right, Oklahoma. Bloody Americans here spelling. Oklahoma, there we go. Never been to Chattanooga, nor have I been to Oklahoma. But maybe I'm coming home to you. Oh dear. I think that's got a suitable amount of venom there. Quite sweet as well, actually, I like that. And they don't have anything that can oppose you right now. They have one armoured fleet carrier. The thing is, I've got no interest in actually landing at Sri Lanka. I mean, it's like, obviously, in our own timeline, obviously for the Kitaputai to have been even in the Indian Ocean was a waste of time. It was not worth it. Taking Sri Lanka would not really benefit me much. It'd be leaving myself supremely overextended. I appreciate any views as my dude, but we've got to take it really within the realms of reality. But there we go, I'm happy with the turn there. Oak. Have I got an extra yeah, I've got an extra A in there, haven't I? Good spot there. See, this is it, I'm not a bloody American, so I don't know how it's bloody spelled. Oops. Why does it sound like Oklahoma when it's actually spelled like OK-Lahoma? Fucking Americans. Right, there we go. Thank you very much there for the save there, Strom. Okay, I think we got it. That's suitably venomous, and I like it. Quite poetic, quite poetic. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of these things like, how can you... It's difficult to surprise him. So it's one of those things, it's very hard, yeah, it's not easy to do something and keep it hidden. In the future, we will potentially launch additional operations, and really there'll be more. I don't know, it's one of these things. It's like, stealth is great while you can actually achieve it, but it's more so about speed, really. Yeah, that's what we're going to be looking for. But there we go. So I'd like to say a big thank you here, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. I do hope you guys have enjoyed this, and if you have enjoyed this, then please do consider subscribing to my channel here, especially on Twitch. If you consider subscribing to myself on Twitch, that does help me out immensely. Like, honest to God, it just makes a massive, massive difference, and I can't overstate that enough. If you guys are able to, please do consider subscribing to myself on Twitch. But of course, if that isn't your bag, there's of course my Patreon available here. I know it sounds like I'm begging, and I really am begging here, guys. I'm begging you like crazy. Thank you so very much here, guys, and I hope to see you again soon in the future. Goodbye for now. I think I've actually just linked a link to the homepage and not my own channel. There we go. That was been rather silly. There we go. Fantastic. Until next time, guys. Thank you, and have a great day or evening. Goodbye for now.